and we'll protect the Kyogre this turn, because obviously they want to take out the Kyogre. They just saw me go for a high horsepower, so they know that, like, this Clodsire isn't much of a threat. Yes, it is. Good afternoon, Pokesports. It's your host, Mike, and I play with 2 Pokemon on the field. Have you missed me? Did you miss me? I'm back from wherever I was because I needed to return. Because Kevin, he's got his little wisdom teefies out. They're gone. They're gone. And for anybody who's been through that, you know that once you get your wisdom teeth out, you're out of commission for a couple of days. So I'm here to go and record a couple of these videos for you. You're going to be seeing me this week playing through these amazing teams like the Godsire team from Mr. Kurtastic. We've got a Clodsire, Kyogre, Tornadus, Archaludon, Serena, and Chi-Yu on this team. The Clodsire's purpose is just to set up Toxics, do high horsepower, maybe get out of there, but if you don't want it to get out of there because you want the Toxic to go and build up, you can do things like use Surf on your Kyogre. Water Absorb on your Clodsire means you're going to be getting some of your HP back. It means you can stay on the field, keep using high horsepowers, keep using Protects, I guess, if you want, and just let that Toxic accumulate. The rest of the team kind of supports the Kyogre pretty well, right? You've got the Archaludon with Electro Shot, which it's basically a Solar Beam in the rain. It gives you a +1 to special attack and attacks on the same turn as long as rain's up. You've got Tornadus in case you need to set up the Rain Dance, or you can use a Bleak Wind Storm. As long as the rain's up, that'll be a sure hit as well, at least 100% accurate. Serena, as well as just to kind of cover the rest of your elemental disadvantages, right? You've got Power Wave, Triple Axle, High Jump Kick, elemental types that you don't see too much in the rest of the team. And then you got Chi-Yu to help support the Kyogre, do extra damage on your Surfs, your Origin Pulses, your Water Spouts with the Beads of Ruin. Plus you've got Snarl and Dark Pulse and Heat Wave as well, and on a Chi-Yu, that's pretty nasty. Anyway, I hope you'll be kind in this video. This is my first time back commentating in quite a while. I know you might have seen yesterday's Malamar Games video, but I am recording this one first. So I hope you will welcome me back graciously. And if you are excited for this game, please do leave a comment down below. Make sure you like the video if you haven't already. And if you haven't subscribed to Pokesports, we do put out these videos every single day, whether or not Kevin has his wisdom teeth in or not. So if you would be so kind, please do subscribe. Anyway, if you're excited, let's go get into this Godsire video. Let's get on to today's video. All right, looky here, a game against Pablo, who's actually helping me out, I would say, right? You're bringing a rain team against my Godsire. Didn't you know that you'd be facing a Godsire? No? Okay, well, that's fine. Just looking here, obviously the Godsire's got to come. Gotta go bring that first. I think that just makes sense. The Kyogre can join us as well. If they leave with the Pelipper, that's probably actually not the best thing for me, just because I'm setting up the rain anyway with my Kyogre, right? But then in the back, does Chi-Yu actually make sense here? I think so. They've got a lot of physical presence, which means that my Beads of Ruin is actually going to make, not help them be better than me. And I'm pretty sure I can just take out the Raging Bolt anyway. And then what can I bring to take care of that Calyrex Ice? You know what, the Archaludon I think is actually going to be just fine here, right? Because I've got the Flash Cannon for it. I've got the Electro Shot for the Pelipper and the Urshifu, which is definitely a Water Urshifu, right? So we'll go ahead and start with that. Okay, I realize I forgot to put on my Kevin hat. I think this will help people not miss him as much, right? Now I will say the little pin stoppers in the back are pushing into my forehead, so that might make me better at this game. That might make me worse at this game. We're gonna have to see. So all right, starting off here with Calyrex Ice and Amoonguss. Good that I can at least lead with the rain. I don't have to worry about that, and I just need to figure out a way of, I think, getting rid of that Amoonguss first. Because I would want a Toxic, but I am worried about Rage Powder. I don't want to be redirected into that, and I think that's exactly what's going to happen here. because they're probably going to want to set up Trick Room this turn. Well, in that case, I mean, I can't really do anything with Clodsire right now. I could swap it out into something else, but it's just not gonna. That's not gonna work. So we're gonna bring high horsepower against the Calyrex, assuming that's gonna be redirected into the Moongie, and then, yeah, it's got to be Water Spout, right? Yeah, that's got to be Water Spout. All right, here we go. Oh, good. So they do actually let me attack first. Wow, wow, wow. They're just going to go and try to put the Kyogre to sleep. But honestly, doesn't matter. Does not matter, because this Calyrex is going down here. Never mind. Oh. Clodsire! Clodsire, why couldn't you have just been a little bit more Cloddy and a little less Sire? Well, that's fine. Kyogre's asleep. Gonna have to deal with that. There's not really anything they can do to the Kyogre. Like, I can let the Kyogre just kind of take a couple of hits, right? We'll go for a Surf. It doesn't matter. This is a sleep turn anyway. Oh, yeah, right. Wait, Kyogre. Clodsire's slow. Clodsire's slow. That's beautiful. Wait a minute. This is great. Oh, that's really too bad that they didn't go for a redirection there. Oh, well. Well, great. Oh, they're going to send out Raging Bolt, which is a little worse for my Kyogre, especially because it's still a sleepy boy. But I do still have the high horsepower. I can go on that. I can Terrastalize this turn as well. That might just be for the best, right? I'm still at a lot of HP. Could just go for a Water Spout here. Now let's do it. Let's do it. This is really poking into my head, but you know what? We got to do it for the bit. Got to commit to the bit. I'm going to take my hat off in like half an hour, and there's going to be just 2 indents in my forehead. I'm going to a wedding today, so I'm... It's going to be a fun little decoration. But yeah, Thunderclap's not going to do very much at all, thanks to the Terrastalization. High horsepower is going to still do damage. Am I going to wake up this turn? Oh, they're just going to try and put me to sleep. That's fine. All of my sleepy Pokemon. Okay, so what I know now is I can't go for... Well, hold on to it. Nothing matters. I just go for a high horsepower here. Is I don't want to go for a Water Spout. Origin Pulse is probably the way. They don't have a wide guard, so yeah, just go for this. It's almost at the point where I want to go for a Surf, but no, they are attacking my Kyogre. Fine. Oh, they're just like really trying to take out the Kyogre. That's fine, I'm a tanky little boy and I'm still asleep. I mean, it's still all right, because what do? I try and wake up this turn with Clodsire. I could switch out the Kyogre into Chi-Yu and have the Raging Bolt take a little bit more damage, but instead I think I'm just going to make them waste a turn here. I'll try and protect. I'm definitely going to wake up there, yeah. There we go. So this should at least save me from this turn, whatever this turn is. I'm worried about them pollen puffing their own Pokemon, though. They're not going to do it. They're just really trying to take out that Kyogre. Oh, they've swapped the focus over to the Clodsire. They got a crit. I don't like that. Wait, I was still asleep that whole time? Fine. Twisted Dimensions are going to return. That just means that Raging Bolt's going to want to Thunderclap this turn. I think the right thing is to high horsepower here. Actually, let's Surf. Because if the Raging Bolt goes for a Thunderclap on my Kyogre, takes out the Kyogre, that's fine. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, go for it. It's a very half-baked thought. No, I am still going to go first. Awesome. Okay. So Clodsire going to heal up a little bit. That's fun. We've done a tiny bit of damage to Raging Bolt. I think I should be able to take it out, right? Unless you're going to get another crit here. You're not. Pollen Puff's going to take out the Kyogre. Fine. The Mushroom took out the big giant whale restricted. It's okay. I should take out Raging Bolt with this. And actually, now that I don't have the... Thank you for waking up. Now that I don't have the rain up, oh my God, Chi-Yu should be able to clean this up just fine. I always think that like, oh, I'm going to take out these guys, and then it leaves them at 1. So thanks for that. Chi-Yu should be able to do the rest of the damage here. Then whatever the last thing is, I can just Toxic Stall it. So we're going to high horsepower, I guess the Amoonguss. I can Snarl. Yeah, you know what? Let's Snarl. I just don't want to have a Heat Wave miss, right? I'm pretty confident that this Snarl will take out the Raging Bolt. It might not take out the Amoonguss, but the high horsepower will. So down that goes. There it goes. See, Amoonguss lived at 1, but I've prepared for that this time. I have prepared for that. It's just that Amoonguss does get to go first, but again, it's fine. Unless they Oko my... unless they Oko my Chi-Yu with whatever that last Pokemon is, then this will not have been a waste, because my Chi-Yu does have Focus Sash, right? So... it did break the sash. What's it gonna be? Yeah, it's a Pelipper. Okay. So here's what we do. All right, we're going to go ahead and Toxic that, because that's all that we can do with Clodsire. I'm gonna Snarl. I'm just gonna keep on Snarling this Pelipper. I'm gonna weaken this Pelipper until it can't. Oh, wow, that did so much to Pelipper. Oh my gosh. And then Weather Ball won't take out my Chi-Yu, or will it? No, my gosh. Okay. The Amoonguss. It was the Amoonguss that broke the sash, it turns out. So. It's fine. That's why we have Clodsire. It's at this point in the game where like, you can be a little flexible. A Dark Pulse maybe certainly would have KO'd this Pelipper from here. But you want the Pelipper, you want the Clodsire to win. So there we go. And then we bring out our Chaludon. We can just Electro Shot. Oh no, this poor guy. This poor guy is about to get Electro Shotted on the Pelipper. There we go. Oh, he's going to Terrasilize. Watch it be ground. Watch it be ground just to mess with me. No, it's a ghost. Which does mean that high horsepower would have been a nice move here, but it's okay. We still have the thing. Weather Ball. Uh-oh. Here we go. We'll charge up the bridge. And let's fire. There you go. Ba-boom. Oh, sorry. No, wait. That's not the word. It's bye-bye. Feels wrong. Feels wrong because like I'm sitting down. Kevin's always standing up, but I can't stand up because I'm way taller than him. My green screen doesn't go up that high. Anyway, that's game 1. We did it. Okay. Looks like I've still got it in some way. Let's go on to game 2. On to the next. Okay, seriously, that was just far too painful. I am not going to keep that going because I won't survive it. Anyway, going up against Hyper DC, who's bringing a Lunala. Okay. I'll keep the pin on though, right? Okay, so we're still bringing the Clodsire and the Kyogre. Amoonguss was a little scary there, but the Raging Bolt certainly was like no problem at all. I do need to think about that though, because Kyogre, it kind of struggled against the Raging Bolt, so I should think of something that can survive pretty well against it. And I guess that would be our Chaludon. Maybe I just try and switch into our Chaludon earlier, right? If they lead with the Ursaluna or the Incineroar, then I'm just laughing all day long, but they're never going to do that. So looking at the Serena here, that might be a pretty decent idea. If we bring Clodsire and Serena, that does pretty well against a few of these guys. You know what, let's just go for it. We've got the Kyogre in the back if we ever need to switch into it. I don't think we need the Chi-Yu in this one. we can bring the Archaludon. Yeah. I like the idea of bringing Archaludon in most of these games, right? Because you've already set up the Kyogre, you bring in Archaludon, you have the ability to Electro Shot if you want, or if you've got the threat of Ursaluna in there, then you can just Body Press instead. So could be good. Could be good. Who knows? Hyper DC always with the amazing, not thumbnails, the pictures, trainer cards. So here it is, Raging Bolt and Lunala. I say Hyper DC always with, like I've seen them before. Nah, I know them. We go way back. I could just high horsepower, but I do think I'm going to Toxic here. I don't see me taking down Lunala like in the near future. Right, so let's take out Lunala here with Toxic. Or let's use it on him. And then we'll triple Axle the Raging Bolt. Works for me. Let's go. I'm a little worried about what the Lunala can do to my Serena. But, you know, gotta live a little, right? Live on the edge. I was gonna actually withdraw Raging Bolt, probably knowing that there's gonna be a triple Axle, or... no. It was because of the Clodsire. There it is. Oh, and they're gonna draft. They have no idea what's going on. They're like, okay, I sent out my lead, and it is not what I thought it was gonna be. So just terrasilize this, switch this, get everything different on my side of the field. Thanks. But no, we've got triple Axle, which did 1 damage, 2 damage, and 4 damage. That's not too bad. It was pretty okay. I mean, I'm still slow. They're gonna Trick Room. That's absolutely what's gonna happen here. How do I navigate this? Well, I still have Clodsire. Here's the thing. Okay, wait. So if last game was any indication, it's that Clodsire is super slow. We know this. Obviously, the Clodsire is super slow. I think I can maybe take out the Ursaluna. Yeah, let's give that a shot. And then we'll triple Axle. I'm gonna triple Axle the Lunala now. Yeah. Because, like, how slow is Lunala really? I feel like, you know, as a restricted, it's got to be pretty quick. Clodsire and Ursaluna, I'm not... It's probably pretty close, but Ursaluna, I think, is faster than the Clodsire is. People, they just want to slam Trick Room. I get it. It's fine. But you gotta know a thing or two about Clodsire before you bring that. Okay, what do we got? There's the high horsepower for the Ursaluna. It takes a little bit of damage. Yeah, my Serena isn't going to live through that. That's fine. I at least have next turn. Now, how do I get through Ursaluna's Facade in the next turn? I think the obvious answer is you bring in Archaludon. You have a bunch of HP. You have the stamina. Clodsire is not going to go down. Lunala is still taking damage here. Ursaluna is still taking damage here. I can take out Ursaluna next hit. Oh, yeah, I can take out Ursaluna next hit, so I don't have to actually worry about Ursaluna being Ursaluna next turn. That is good for me. So we're going to go ahead and high horsepower the Ursaluna here, just try and take that out before it has a chance to attack my Archaludon with a ground attack. I could also Terrastalize here, just in case the Ursaluna lives at like exactly 1 HP. And then I guess I'll body... no, Body Press is good after you hit a few stamina boosts, but I guess I'll Flash Cannon the Lunala. Just get like a chunk of damage off on that. I'm choosing not to attack the Ursaluna with my Archaludon, because if the Ursaluna takes a high horsepower hit from my... It's just going to switch out. Well, what are you switching in that's about to take a high horsepower? That's a Moongus. Moongus isn't going to like that. It'll take it, but it's not going to like it. Alright, so Archaludon's going to Fairy Terrastalize. And what do we got? High horsepower on the Amoonguss. That thing's gonna go second next turn. But I feel like I need to recover. Who are we attacking? Moongeist beam on the Quagsire. That's actually gonna take it out. That's too bad. That is too bad. But Lunala, those toxic ticks are starting to add up, you know? I don't think anything is going to OHKO my Kyogre. And really, what's the major plan on their side, right? The Amoonguss can put one of those two to sleep, Kyogre and Archaludon to sleep. If they put Kyogre to sleep, Archaludon can just Electro Shot that Lunala, get that +1. How much longer do we have on Trick Room? Is it just... it's 2 turns. Yeah. Don't like it. I'm going to protect this turn. I want to live through 1 turn at least of this. I'm going to go for the Electro Shot on the Lunala because I think I can OHKO it from here, or KO it from here. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, true. Oh, no, it's Raging Bolt. Okay. I thought it was, what's his name? Ursaluna for a second. I was like, oh, no, I made a mistake. But I think we're okay. I'm going to protect that Spore. I don't want the Kyogre to sleep. Okay, so now I at least have a +1 on my Archaludon. It's not going to do a ton of damage to the Raging Bolt, but it's at least going to hurt, right? No, it's not even going to do that. I can Draco Meteor that next turn, though. This turn. They're going to have to put my... what's his name to sleep? My Archaludon to sleep. So I should Water Spout, assuming that they're going to put everything into Archaludon, right? No. Amoonguss puts Archaludon to sleep, and Raging Bolt electric attacks my Kyogre is probably what's going to happen. But we'll attack the Raging Bolt just in case, right? Oh no! Okay, great! Man, I don't know. I thought I could have sworn that I would have been put to sleep this turn, but maybe not. Ouch. Thank you for the crit. I don't... I'm going to assume I wouldn't have been able to live that anyway, right? Amoonguss goes down, but even though Trick Room is over now, I'm a -1 Archaludon against a Raging Bolt and a... not an Ursaluna, right? Lunala, of course. Can I survive it? Maybe. Maybe. If I Draco Meteor the Raging Bolt... I need to survive so much. Like, I doubt that I can... I doubt that I can live through this, but we'll see. The people were the same on either side. Meteor Beam. So this is Power Herb? Yep. It's gonna hurt. But I have stamina now. Not that it matters. So the Raging Bolt doesn't go down because I'm -1. That's too bad. Oh. Okay. Oh, paralyzed. They're just beating me down here. I don't think there's anything I can do about this. Maybe if I was able to KO the Raging Bolt, this turn would have gone a little bit different, but I think that's all that she wrote. We'll just go for another, I guess, Flash Cannon on the Lunala. See if we can take it out. Ow. All right. Well, you know what? Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some. There probably is a lot of things I could have done better there, but I think let's take this into the next game. Let's see if we can take what we learned here, do a little bit better. All right, off we go. All right, going up against Oxinol, who's bringing... What is this? Master Ball rank with a Probopass. is wild. I love this. Okay, well, Clodsire is here for the, what's his name, the Volcarona. But I don't actually know what Probopass, does Probopass have Levitate? Probopass. We've got, no, that's Sturdy and Magnapole and Sandforce. Like, that thing, it does not want to take a high horsepower, so I'm gonna still bring the Clodsire. Plus I have Toxic for nearly everything else. I survived pretty well against the Suicune. I survived pretty well against the... Oh, there's a lot of grass there too. We'll be okay. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. A lot of those guys don't want to take flying attacks. Maybe I want to actually bring Tornadus for this one. Tornadus, I could also bring the Chi-Yu. I feel like our Chowdon might not be the right choice here. Even though it's super strong, and Electro Shot and Rain makes a lot of sense, but yeah, let's go ahead and bring the Chi-Yu here. I think that sounds about right. Maybe leading with the Clodsire isn't the right thing every time, but I want to. I want to so badly. This thing, it's a menace in singles. It still is a menace in singles. So, I mean, it's got to be worth some kind of salt in doubles, right? Anyway, they've started with the Probopass. I guess they're making some kind of highlight video on Probopass too. That's why they gotta lead with it. You just gotta, you know? All right, high horsepower is probably the way to go here. Am I afraid of the Sinistcha in any way? I don't think so. Let's go for high horsepower. I'm tempted to switch Kyogre into Tornadus, but I won't. In fact, I'm going to Terrasilize, because I think that just makes sense right now. We're going to Origin Pulse, because I just want to get damage done. I can't leave Kyogre as a water type right now. That thing's gotta change. And just looking at what the rest of the team was like, you know, being a fine. Being a grass type is good for me. All right, so you successfully protect against Origin Pulse. I didn't even know that Probopass gets Wide Guard. What does it guard with? Its nose? Energy Ball's not going to hurt that much. But here's high horsepower. That, yeah, so, I mean, you've got your Wide Guard, but, right? But, all right, so what are they going up against next? I feel like I should Toxic the Sinistcha, because I have no great way of taking it out with what I have on the field. I could swap out the, oh no, well, if I swap out the Kyogre now, that's like inviting an Ice Beam into my Tornadus. So what if I go for a Toxic here? What if I actually swap into a Chi-Yu here? I don't really want to take damage. I don't want to swap into my Chi-Yu and have them break a Sash. So this is what we'll do. We'll Toxic the Suicune, and we'll protect the Kyogre this turn, because obviously they want to take out the Kyogre. They just saw me go for a high horsepower, so they know that, like, this Clodsire isn't much of a threat. Yes, it is. It's got Toxic. Clodsire got a kill, though. That's pretty good. Oh. Well, that's fun. Waterfall is fun. So here comes that on the Suicune. That's at least going to start chipping away a little bit. I could go and protect this turn, or I could be gutsy here and just go for a Toxic on the Sinistcha. I think I do. I think I want to go for a Toxic on the Sinistcha. They've already kind of proven to me that they don't have the means of doing a ton of damage to Kyogre in one big go. So unless they go for an Ice Beam on Kyogre, now that I'm lulled into a false sense of security, an Origin Pulse should be should be kind of okay. I could have also just go for a Surf, assuming they're going to do some damage to the Clodsire, but now let's just go for this. Oh, I also go first. Huh, imagine that. Yeah, Sincha took a lot of damage there. Extra Sensory. Extra Sensory? Okay. Machagacha is not going to do too much to either of them. It's going to heal, though. But still, like, one more Origin Pulse and that Sin is just gonzo. I think next turn I could just start to go for high horsepowers on the Suicunes and Origin Pulses on the two of them. Yeah. Easy peasy. Right? I like Clodsire's staying power, I will say that. Maybe I should actually Surf to try and keep it up a little bit more. Rain is starting to outlive its usefulness. That'll go away soon, and then I have Chi-Yu in the back to take advantage of the fact that there's no rain. I could also just recover. Yeah, recover and Origin Pulse is probably the most HP recovery and damage that I can possibly do. That's one fast Suicune. Extra Sensory, Extreme Speed, Waterfall, and not Ice Beam. Its fourth move is definitely not Ice Beam. Otherwise, that would have been used. What a useful turn, though. No Pokemon on the field, my Clodsire still does something. And there it goes. It's all about setting up for that last turn, right? Because they could just go and send out, you know, Eternatus and just be like, hey, I'm gonna, oh, well, it's basically Eternatus, Mimikyu. And just be like, yeah, you're not ready for me. I played Pokerogue, I know these things. Origin Pulse is gonna be the move. Yeah. Wow. Wow. What a last game there. I really enjoyed these games. This was kind of my first introduction back to the channel. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that, you know, my commentary was up to snuff from Kevin taking a little break. Yeah, I mean, you're going to be seeing me for the next couple days, so get used to it. I really like this team. I think Kurtastic just doesn't miss when it comes to creating these teams. He really gets kind of the voice that we have at Pokesports of, like, you know, any kind of Pokemon can be good if you like really just put your heart and soul into it, and that's just what he does every single time. So thank you so much, Mr. Kurtastic, for putting this together. Clodsire with the Toxic and High Horsepower, I feel like it does all that a Clodsire can do, right? You know, you get the ability to do a little bit of damage when you can, and then you get the ability to do a lot of bit of damage with Toxic over time. And pairing with Kyogre is just such a beautiful pair, right? Like, you need a Pokemon that can heal up your Clodsire with a Surf and still actually have meaning toward it. So a Drizzle Kyogre with Mystic Water is kind of all of the multipliers that you need to do that kind of big damage. And then our Chaludon is such a great complement to Kyogre, right? With its Electro Shot and all the other things that it can do. Stamina with Body Press. Chi-Yu supports the Kyogre as well. So, like, the Clodsire is everything kind of centers around the Kyogre, but in such a, like, nice way that you can still spotlight the Clodsire. Tornadus in the same kind of way. You have your Bleakwind Storm, which helps with the rain supports. And then Serena, that one's just kind of an interesting one, right? Because you've got the rain down suppressing fire damage, so you've got your Serena that can survive a little bit longer. You got the Wide Lens with the Power Whip. Like, you've got all of your coverage moves there, right? Your grass, your ice, your fighting, which you don't really see in too many other places in this team. You see the fighting in the Archaludon, but you've got all of this there to just kind of cover all your bases. Anyway, if you enjoyed this, please do go and support the channel by hitting it with a like, and if you feel so inclined to subscribe, thank you so much. You can head on over to patreon.com/Pokesports, where you can see Kevin, he's still there, with a couple of fun tryhard videos with high meta teams So go and check that out as well. I mean, those we recorded previously. Right now, he's a chipmunk. He can't be recording videos right now, but he'll be back once he's not as swollen. Anyway, I've been Mike. This has been PokeSports, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.